These are the important events we have on key up, key down, and key press. Technically, the purpose of these events nothing but, so key up means it specifies actions to perform. So when key up, when key up on any element, so similarly, key down means specifies actions to perform when key down on any element, means hold down the key, when you hold down the key. Actually, key press means it specifies actions to perform when you finish using a key. Generally, when we finish using a key, it will define the actions to perform. Let's see one example. That means generally in websites, many actions are performed while we are typing the characters, when we are keying in the characters. When we are keying in the characters, it will define the functionality, right? Now, here how we can manage the key events, That means several actions are controlled while user is typing, So such things we can manage by using key up, key down, and key press like options, right? So let's see how we can manage that, how we can handle that. So generally, while working with the keys and managing the keys, technically, one example I will show you, we can understand the difference here. Yeah. So let's design a simple user interface here. Create a simple user interface, okay. Key demo.html. Yeah. Let's add the head section and script. Link relation is equal to style sheets, and href is node modules, bootstrap is CSS, and body class, yeah, so container fluid, okay. Now here we are adding a simple label. In the label we are defining username, and we have a text box. Input type is equal to text, id as txt name, that is the text box. And here we will keep a simple div, so class as form group, okay. Now in this we are using the username and a class as a form control, okay. Below this we will keep a simple span id as a user error message or user message msg, user msg, okay. So here this is a simple design. We have a text box and we are configuring the text box. So just we will keep a header registered user, right? Now important is when user is typing the name, username, we are asking username. While typing every character, I need to verify is that username is available to provide him or not. Generally, we need to manage that. Whether that username is available or not, we need to configure that. Technically, how you configure that, how we can handle that actually. Suppose we have data, that means we need to maintain the data. I have a script and so we are maintaining the user data where data is equal to, it is an array of objects. It is an array of objects. In this we have username. Username, we have some John, that is the username. Another we have username. So this is John123, that is username. And similarly, I have another username like John underscore NIT like this. And another username. So we have some David like this. Like this, we can have some data. Now important is here the data that we defined, the data that we configured is actually whatever the data we defined and configured. We need to verify while user is typing the name. That means when user is typing the name in text box, every character we need to verify, is it matching with these existing names? If it is matching, then you should display message saying that it is already taken, try another. If it is not matching, then we should say it is available. So we need to do that for every character, because every character, one extra character added, then it should verify immediately. Because even one character changed, username will be available. So or username will be unavailable. So then how we can manage that is we need actually many people ask difference like key up, key press. What is difference actually? Key up, key press is nothing but key up means when you release the key immediately. Actually, key press means, for example, suppose I typed like John like this. If I asked how many characters typed, how many keys pressed, generally people say 4, but actually only 3. Why? Because the last key N is not finished because cursor is still inside it. Cursor is still inside it, so it is not finished. So once you come out of it, then it is finished. That is key press actually. So key press will fire up when you finish the character and use any another character. When you finish the character and use any another character, then the key press will happen. Key up means immediate. After you release the key, it is finished. So key press until you type another character, it will not work. I will show you that point here, how it manages. Let's see. Generally, we are writing that event here. That means in the text box, we are writing on key up, on key up. When key up, I will say verify username. That function will be called. So we will call the function here. Function verify username. We are calling the function verify username. The first point here is we need to collect the username entered in text box. That means txt name is equal to document get element by id txt name. So dot value, that means this is the value entered in text box. That is the value entered in text box. We are collecting the value entered in text box, and I need to verify is this value available inside this username or not. And we need to display the message below this text box. So below the text box, we will have a span, user message. We will collect that span also. User message is equal to document get element by id user msg. That is a span. Now I need to check every username. Means I need to verify my username that I entered in text box is matching with this username or not. This is an array. We already learned how to read values from an array. I can simply use for var data for var item of data. So that means by using of operator, we can read every value. By using of operator, we can read every value. So we are reading every value. Okay. And every value is an object. That means this item is an object. That object contains details like username. That means now this item contains one property called username. Here we have to write the condition. If means inside the loop, we are writing the condition. If txt name is matching with item dot username, if it is matching with item dot username, that means the name you entered is matching with the item username. Then user message dot inner html, I will display the message as user name taken, means it is already there. Try another. This message will come. This message will come. Else what should happen? So after displaying the message, it should stop. Then we use the function, we use break. Break is a jump statement which indicates that after displaying the message, it will come out of this loop. It will not continue until or unless they type another character. So after verifying and displaying this message, it should not stay in the loop. It should come out of the loop. Then we use break. Else what should happen? Else it should display user message dot inner html. It should say username available. 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 We can display some color for that. So if username is taken dot class name, we will apply a css class text danger. And if it is available, then we will apply a class name as text success. This messages will be displayed. Now I refresh here, and when I am typing here, I am typing J, then it should say username available. And I am typing JOHN, John. Immediately it says it is taken, try another. So John underscore or John 1, it is available. John 1 2, it is so available. John 1 2 3, it is not available. That means it will verify for every character that you have typed here, and it will display that available or not. Suppose I say John 1 2, that is available. So John underscore NI, it is available. NIT is not available. That means for every character, it is verifying. It is verifying. That's how generally we use. That means many actions we want while user is keying in the characters. In that case, we need to handle this situation. We need to handle this. Here we are using event key up. Once verify, if I am using key press, if I am using key press, what is the problem is, here you can observe, I am typing here some JOHN. Actually, John is already taken, but it is not showing. John is already taken, but it is not showing because key press means this N is not yet completed. When the N is completed, when I type any another character or I use a space, then it will say taken. It should not be like that. It should immediately verify. That's the reason for this, the best option is not on key press. We have to define on key up. So that means immediately what should happen when the key is released. That will be better. And I am typing here, then it says it is available. It is available. Now immediately after N, it is displayed. So that is the key events, how we can manage that. Not only that, generally when we are using the key events, usernames, even passwords also, when you are typing the password, it will verify the password. It will show, is it strong password, is it weak password. Even it will show whether you have entered a capital letter or not. Generally, to verify whether it is weak, strong password like things, we can use regular expression. You know how to write regular expression, I told you. Suppose simple another div and a class form group here. I'm using a label, so password, and I'm adding here input type is equal to password. Here I want to put the ID as txt_pwd, class as form control. Important is in this password, when user is typing, I need to verify whether a capital letter is typed or not. We are not verifying pattern, whether capital letter is typed or not. If capital letter is typed, we have to show warning that capital letter is typed. So we need to handle that. So we need to verify whether capital letter is typed or not. Then generally what we can do is here, we can use the event key press now on key press. That means on key up, the character codes are not recognized. Actually, how you can know whether it is capital letter or not? Already in the last session I showed you, we have key properties, means event properties. In event properties, we have key code. These are event properties. You remembered we learned about alt key, event property, control key. We have key code, we have char code. char code, we have which key, we have shift key, we have control key, we have alt key, like this. These are the event related properties. I told you that these are common for all events, but situation wise we use. Actually, key code, character code, which key, these are used to verify the code. These are used to verify the code. Verifying the code is nothing but generally our character codes, key codes. All three key codes, character code, which key, all are similar actually. But remember, browser compatibility issues will come. Key code will return the code for characters for every key. Character code only returns the code for the characters that you can type. That means shift key, control key, alt key, we cannot get character code. They don't have character, but we can get key code. Which key is used to handle the same like key code, but it works for all browsers. That means across various browsers, if you want to handle it, then we can use this switch key. Across various browsers, we can use this switch key and various platform, because key code, character code will not work for all type of keyboards. You know, Mac keyboard, Apple keyboards are different. So which key we have to use combination for different. That means as a developer, generally we have to write all the three. Key code, we have to write condition. If key code is this, if character code is this, if which, because we don't know which operating system, which type of keyboard user uses. But actually currently practicing one is enough. Key code means generally what it will do is it will return the codes like, so A, uppercase A is 65 and uppercase Z is 90. So, and lowercase a, so 97 to 122 like this. So Z, it will be like 122. That means the point is, based on these codes, we can understand whether they typed a capital letter or not. Usually, you can see that here on key press. So I said check caps. Okay. And into the check caps, how to send event properties. To send event properties, I told you, we have to use event parameter. To send object properties, we have to use this parameter. Event properties, we have to use event parameter. We have to use the event parameter, right? Now, this is the event parameter. We configured the event parameter. Okay. Now we need to collect that. And the password ID is txtpwd. Actually, we have to write here a function, and the function is verify. So check caps is a function. It is collecting that event parameter through a reference E. Here I need to verify. So and I need to display a message here. We need to display the messages here, right? We need to display a message here. A span have an ID, password MSG. Password MSG. Here we want to display. Actually, in this password MSG, suppose I am using, we can display a message. I am using another span. And here I will use FA, class FA. And FA, so we have options like warning messages are there. FA warning. So warning or FA, we have exclamation, right? Exclamation triangle. I'm using exclamation triangle. So here we will put the color as text. We will put the color as text warning. Text warning. And here we will put as caps is on. Caps is on. So this is, I will display the message. So caps is on, right? Now important, this requires some font awesome. I will link relation is equal to style sheet and href is equal to node modules. We have in fonts separately. CSS all.css, that is font awesome library. So we are using that font awesome library. And I will save this. I will refresh here. You can see that message comes, caps is on. But it should come only when they are typing capital letter. When they are typing the capital letter, that message should come. We need to display the message when they are typing the capital letter. That's what we want. The caps is on. So then what we do is initially here, we want to hide the message on body load. We don't want to display the message on body load. So for body, so on load is equal to, or initially we can directly hide it. How we can directly hide it? If I want to hide this, I can keep an option for this as style, display as none. That means it will not be displayed there. It is not displayed. Style display as none. It is not going to display. Now, I need to display when any capital letter typed. That means through this E, we can collect the key code. We will check if E dot key code is greater than or equal to 65 and a double ampersand E dot key code is less than or equal to 90. Then I need to display that message. We will collect that message where MSG, password MSG is equal to document get element by ID, password MSG. So that is the message box. Now what we need to do is password MSG dot style dot display. We will put as we can put display inline display block. Am I right? I will use display block. We are displaying and we are configuring that display block. Else what should happen? That means capital letter is not entered. Then again hide it. That means message.style.display is equal to none. That means dynamically we are controlling the display of the message. Now when I run this here, username, this is available. It is working fine. It is working fine. Okay. And password, I am typing password. You can see the latest browser can show you this I symbol right side, I click, I can see what I am typing inside password. If accidentally capital letter is typed, then it says caps is on. A warning will come. I remove that and typed another character, then it is normal now. Right? That means when you type a capital letter, the capital letter is on. And any capital letter, it is normal now. Any capital letter is on. It shows the warning. Actually, passwords will be not shown to you. So when you are typing, they will verify whether you typed the capital letter or not. So this is very commonly seen in all the websites. We generally see that. How you know that whether a capital letter, because problem is capital letter can be typed in several ways. You can type the capital letter by using, you can type the capital letter by using shift key, by caps lock. So many techniques are there. That's the reason we can verify by using its code whether capital letter typed or not. Based on that, we can display the message. We can display the message. That is generally how we manage and how do we work with the key events actually. In various situations, we have to use them. This is regularly seen. You can even use for strong password, weak password by verifying with general regular expressions. So, or we can verify by using mobile, email, all these things can be verified just by using this key up events, key down events, key events. So that is the regular important option you need to understand how to use the key events, right? So depending on requirement, we use these options. So that is generally how we can work with the key events. This is an example. So how we can verify the usernames, how we can handle that passwords, because many actions we want to perform immediately when key is used. For that, you need to handle this. Similarly, some actions are performed on mouse events. Actually, some actions are performed with regard to mouse. With regard to mouse means when mouse pointer is over, mouse pointer is out, we can manage some interactions. Like we have options like on mouse over, on mouse out, on mouse down, on mouse up. We have on mouse move like options. That means some actions we need to perform when mouse is over it. When mouse is over it, we need to handle some interactions. Generally, according to the mouse interaction, several options are performed. For example, see, some are related to this mouse related functions, right? Yeah. Suppose I will copy this. Let's put a here mouse demo.html. These are mouse related events. So in the head section, we have this script styles. In the body section, suppose we have a class as container fluid. Okay. In this, we are having a div. And here, so I keep a simple heading, mouse over mouse events. Okay, mouse events. In this div, I will put an ID as gallery. So gallery is an ID for this div. And into that, I need to add some photos. I need to add some photos. And here we are keeping this gallery in a marquee. In HTML, we use marquee. And we have an ID called gallery. Gallery is a div. Now what we are doing is body onload. So body load. We are writing a script. So, and function body load. On body load, we will create pics. Pics is an array with some pictures, images slash JBL speaker like this, .jpg. So another dot slash images slash some earpods .jpg, like, yeah, images slash some shirt .jpg, like this. We have dot slash images slash Nike .jpg, something. Now I want to add these images into the div. So div ID is gallery is equal to document get element by ID gallery. That is the div ID. We need to perform iteration on all these and add into it. Already we learned how to create an object. We are using an iteration for where item of pics. That means we are reading every value from this array. We have to create a picture dynamically where img is equal to new image. We are creating an image. Pictures are created by using an image class. JavaScript have a ready-made image class. By using that image class, we can create an image object. And this image will have height some 200 pixel or 100. Okay. Image will have width, height, width. That's also 100 pixel. And image will have src, source. It is coming from item. That means every photo path is collected here and that path is applied as source. So that means item contains the array value. You are applying that array value as source. After that, I have to add this picture into this gallery div. Then we have to use gallery.append child. Append child is a function which is used to add an element into another element. Gallery is a div element. Into that element, we want to add img. So now see what will happen here is when body loads. I will open this. When body loads, you can see those images are loaded here. And those images are scrolling here. Those images are loaded and those are scrolling here. Now important is what we can do is when mouse is over the marquee, that means on mouse over, then marquee we can access this this will access the marquee object. This object is having a function called stop. Stop function will stop the animation. And similarly, on mouse out, that means when mouse is outside, means comes out, then this dot start. That means we have start, we have stop. These are the functions. That means what happens here now, when I move the mouse pointer onto that marquee, then that sliding should stop. And I came out of it, then it should again resume. That means on mouse over, it will stop. On mouse out, it will be normal. It will be normal. So that means we are handling the event. So when the mouse is over, it is pausing, and release, it will come out. On mouse over, we can zoom, we can define various effects. Actually, that depends. For example, suppose we have image, we can write here style. So img image, normally its width is suppose 100 pixel and or 200 pixel, like this, and height also 200 pixel. So initial image height width like this. And we have image hover. Hover means mouse over. That means image is mouse over, right? On mouse over, so it has to perform a functionality. That is, we give transform scale as 2, transform scale as 2, and here transition, so we will put as 2 seconds. Here also transition as 2 seconds, like this. It depends on your requirement how you define here. So generally the point is, when the mouse is over on the image, we can make that image zoom and we can display. So those images will zoom. We can bring it outside that block and display that. We can zoom. We can even keep here image directly some opacity 0.7, that is the opacity. Transparency 0.5. It is very transparent, like you can see transparent images will come. And here on hover opacity is 1.0. So we can even put Z index. We know how to define the Z index value. Suppose I said 20 pixel. So that means usually in 2D, 3D effects of CSS, we learned about how we can handle that. And this will be displayed like this. So that means it looks like it is zooming through the Z index and displaying, right? We can manage that. We can display, right? That means we can create the animation and effects here. So here our intention is to handle on mouse over what to do, on mouse out what to do, right? We can define the events like this, mouse related events. This is a simple example. Here our main intention is to understand on mouse over stop animation, on mouse out again start animation. That is starting and stopping the animation on mouse over and mouse out. We can put so many things. We can keep colors, effects, changing on mouse over, mouse out. You can try so many things. Similarly, we can perform actions on mouse moving. While mouse moving also, we can handle several functionality. For example, see, this is an example for mouse over and mouse out. Another example, we can perform even on mouse moving. How we can perform on mouse moving? For example, see, suppose in the images, let's keep some images. So let's add some images here. Suppose I'm adding few images, right? In this images, I have some flag that is on image. I will copy that. Okay. I will keep that flag image here. Flag is a GIF file. Actually, that is a GIF file. Okay. Now, let's add one example to understand. So, mouse.html. Okay. Here we are adding head section. Okay. And in the body section, we are having a div. Style height is equal to 1000 pixels. And below the div, we are having an image, src. It is images in that flag.gif. Width 50 and height 50 pixels. Okay. Actually, this image is having an ID. So add the flag, that is an ID. Now, above the image, we have a div with height 1000 pixels. That means whenever the page opens, the image will be outside the screen because screen can show maximum 700 pixels height. And you given 1000 pixel means the image will be below. That means it is not shown. Okay. Now, when user is moving the mouse on body, on mouse move, that means when user is moving on mouse move, when user is moving the mouse on the body section, we will get position. We will create a function called get position. Into that, I will pass event. Get position is a function which will execute when you are moving the mouse. And event is used for sending that event arguments. And here we are writing a script and a function get position. We are collecting that E. Through E, I can get the position of mouse, x-axis, y-axis. I showed you in events. We can get x-axis, y-axis position of mouse. And we can get this flag. See, what we are doing is, so document dot get element by ID. So flag, okay. We will store in a variable var flag, okay. Now this flag should use some styles. Flag dot style. Flag dot style. We need to apply some styles. Through style, we can apply several points like flag style. There are several techniques here. We can create an object like, and we can assign to the object. We can define the attributes also. Style dot, suppose we are having position. Position is, I am defining as fixed. Position as fixed. That means its flag position is fixed like this. That is the style. The position is fixed. Okay. And flag dot style. So that means the image style. We are defining the image style. One more option is left position is e dot client x. That means mouse x position will be applied as left position for the flag. And similarly, flag dot style dot top is equal to e dot client y. Client y. That means the top position will be y position. Actually, this is nothing but technically what we are doing here is, suppose here what we are doing is, suppose this is the mouse pointer and we have a flag. This is a flag. Now what we are doing is, we are getting the x position and y position of mouse. Suppose x is 10, y is 20, like this. This position we are applying to flag. That means flag x left position, flag left is equal to x. That means it will be here. And flag top is equal to y. That means it will be here. That means the flag will be at mouse position. Flag will be at mouse position. That is the point we are designing actually. That's how we are configuring it. So generally what happens now, this uses pixels actually, px, y plus px, pixels, y position pixels, x position pixels we have to define. Usually when we define this x position, y position pixels, actually what should happen is, when you are moving the mouse, the image position should be applied there. Image position should be applied there. That means the image position and mouse position should match. Here we have important point is initially how you can apply that. So many points are there. You can see a flag. Where is this flag? Flag. Yeah. So there are so many techniques of defining it. So you can see now, when I move the mouse pointer, you can see the image is moving along with the mouse pointer, right? That means the flag position is along with the image position, means along with the mouse position. You are moving the mouse pointer and you can see the flag is moving along with the mouse pointer, right? That means the position of mouse is updated to the image, That means it will get x-axis, y-axis of mouse. When you are moving, that position is updated and the image is kept along with it. This type we can manage by using mouse move. That means when we are moving the mouse, it will perform that functionality. While moving, it will update the positions and get the positions. That is what actually the event on mouse move. So not only mouse over, mouse out. When mouse is moving and mouse is coming out, it can handle different functionalities. That's what we can manage, right? That is what we can manage, right? So this is one simple example, another example of how we can work with the mouse move events, working with the mouse move. Similarly, mouse down, mouse up also. Mouse down means when the button is down. Mouse up means when the button is up, release. Right, mouse down, one effect. Mouse up, another effect. Button down, button up. we can handle that also simple. Generally what we do is we can keep different images. So hold down, it will display some effect, right? For example, suppose we are adding options like suppose let's keep one more option here, mouse down .html, and here I am adding a simple head section and a script body. Yeah, in that we have an image. For example, I already have an image. I will take an image here. So let's take an image here. So in the images, suppose I have this image, bulb off, bulb on, some images are there. I will copy that, those two images, keep in our folder. That means in our project folder, we are keeping it. Let's keep in the project folder. So we have two images, bulb on, bulb off. Actually, both are same images. One is same size, same height. One is yellow color, another one is black color. Another is black color. These are the two colors, same image. Bulb off and bulb on like images are there. So here image ID as bulb. Okay, and by default src is equal to images. So it is images slash bulb off.png, and here I will put a paragraph saying that press hold down mouse key, a mouse button to on bulb like this. Now here we are writing two events, on mouse down. That means on function should work. On mouse up, off function should work. Let's write those functions here. Script function on function, what should happen? Document get element by ID. So bulb is the image. Dot src is equal to images slash bulb on dot png. So we have the images as png, right? Bulb on dot png. It should apply. Similarly, on off, I will copy, and here I am defining on off. It should display bulb off dot png. Okay, that means I run this. By default, you can see we have a bulb on. I hold down the mouse button, it will be on. I release the button, it will be off. That means it will be in yellow color until I hold down the button. Once I release the button, then it will be off. That is a simple example. That means not on click, hold down, then it is on. Release, then it will be off. It will be off. That's general simple example. That means you can do a lot of activities. You can make it zoom in, zoom out, right? You can increase the size, you can make it rotate. So we can define different effects for that. That is how we can manage mouse down, mouse up, mouse over, mouse out, mouse move. Various interactions can be managed. These are all mouse related functions. Now we have one more category of events, that is miscellaneous functions. Different miscellaneous functions are there that we will see in tomorrow's session. Then tomorrow we will finish with events. Then we can start learning about functions and OOP concepts. Two topics are there, functions and OOP concepts. Then we go into jQuery Ajax, how we can work with that, right? Tomorrow we'll continue with this. Right. Yeah, our notes is in the Google class IDs, and if you are not there, you can get that Google class IDs here. I already told you down and press are not same. You are asking again the same question. Press means after finish the key, you press another key. Then it is called press. Understood? Down means you hold down, don't release the key. Understood? Uh, so this is the idea of classroom.